Hello, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. This is your tarot, rune, and oracle reading for September 2025. We are going through an eclipse season this entire month, so things may be intense with lots of endings and new beginnings in the air. So the rune that came out for you to represent this month is Othala, and it's coming out in reverse here. There's a lot of different messages and meanings with Othala when it comes out in reverse. This is the rune of authority and responsibility, okay? So right off the bat, Cancer, you may be put into a position where you're really going to have to put on your adult pants in September. Some of you guys, there may be some trickery in the air, or it's like I'm picking up the vibe of somebody trying to make your life more difficult than it needs to be, okay? Be careful of anyone trying to, get some sort of legal win or get you involved in a legal situation, or there could be something here about the fine details when it comes to like insurance claims, or when it comes to business contracts, things like that. It could be tricky. There could be something here about like an oral contract that was made, or an insurance claim that like tried kind of like tricky. Like you sign up for an insurance and it says it's going to cover something, but then when you try to claim that thing that it's covering, it's like, oh, well, you should have read the fine print because blah, 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 blah. So it might not be somebody else. Like, this could also be you taking it to like a legal level, or having to like be on the phone with like customer representative people, and there's something here about having to put on your adult pants and solve these really annoying, dumb adult problems. Another thing with this is machinery. Pay attention to machinery. If there is any machinery in your life that's sort of giving you like a red flag, and by that I mean like making some sort of noise, having smoke come out, something like that, there's a message here of take care of that immediately, because you don't want some sort of like big blowout, or like you don't want to be broken down on the side of the highway. You don't want heating system to explode. You don't want whatever, like machinery. There's something here about machinery. Be careful with that. If you're contracting anyone to do business for you or with you, again, there's something here about like, oh man, dealing with difficult people. So anyways, guys, what a horrible way to start this reading. But yeah, sometimes we have these months though, where it's like having to put on the adult pants and be the responsible one. So yeah, I am just seeing some of that, that you may be dealing with here this month. Okay, let's dive into it. Let's get some energy oracle. There's so much more to your reading, guys, I promise. Okay, month of September. I think the big message here is to just make sure you cross all the T's, dot all the I's, read the fine print. You should be fine, okay? We have the second chakra, sacral chakra, with Archangel Ariel. Okay, zesty. All right. You know what? The first message that's coming on my mind, I gotta say, if your sex life has been boring as heck, that may be changing in September. Wow. There's also a lot of creative inspiration flowing through you right now. You could be actively working on some creative projects that you feel excited about. Like you feel excited to work on them. You may be having a strong creative output this month with whatever it is that you're creating, whatever it is that you do. If this was my reading, this would be like me putting out a lot of videos. This would be me doing art or something like that, or writing, So what's your creative thing? You may be doing a lot of that. If you're like a songwriter, you're writing songs like every single day, like you're on fire. Okay, sacral chakra, it comes through in creativity, like creative impulse, sexual impulse, spontaneous impulse. So you may be also like going out and doing things spontaneously, like, you know what, I'm feeling crazy, like let's go randomly to the zoo. I don't know, that wasn't really that crazy, but it's like spontaneous adventures. And speaking of, you have Journey coming out, so there will be some trip this month. If you're watching this before the month begins, you were thinking about maybe going on like a weekend trip, but you're unsure. Yes, do it. It's a big sign to do it. You could also be planning a pretty big trip as well this month. We have adjacent possibilities in reverse. Okay, have you considered all of the different possibilities? Okay, I want to get more info on that. I'm going to pull the tarot feel like the tarot may help us understand that adjacent possibilities card in reverse a bit more, okay? Because it's like, on one hand, I'm like, have you considered all the possibilities? But on the other hand, it's like, have you been paying attention to the possibilities that are right in front of you in the present moment? So let's see. We're going to pull 6 cards, 2 rows of 3 from the After Tarot, to get like more specific about what's happening this month for you and what you need to know about this month for your greatest good. Okay, first tarot card out. High Priestess in reverse. Oh my gosh. So very un-Cancerian-like. The High Priestess in reverse can show not hearing your intuition. Okay, Cancer, I'm picking up on a very specific message, and I'm just going to say it, okay? There could have been a situation in August and moving into September where it's like you didn't even know that something was going on behind your back, or that somebody was like lying on your name or something like that. You didn't even know. Blissfully unaware of lies that were being spoken or taking place. But here's the thing, Cancer, you're a very intuitive sign, like one of the most intuitive psychic signs of the zodiac, all of the water signs, okay? And you acting on your intuition, like you just like listen to your intuition, and it's like you took an action that made it seem like you knew more than you did. You took an action that made it seem like you were in the know when you actually weren't. And it's because that's how fiercely you trust your intuition. You know, if I could give a really dramatic example of this, it's like, let's just say that somebody planned to jump you or something and rob you. Like when you left work one day, like let's say you leave from work at like 5. It's like somebody may have planned to rob you or jump you or do something to embarrass you in front of your coworkers or something like that. This is like somebody not in the right mind, clearly. And it's like that day, for whatever reason, you think to yourself, you know what? I'm not really feeling that good. I'm feeling kind of tired. Maybe I should just go home early. You end up going home early. And like for whatever reason, whoever was planning that, they're like, oh my God, they know. That Cancer knows what's happening. And you like struck fear into somebody because you come across as somebody who knows a lot more than you do. Oftentimes you do know a lot more than you should, because that's how good you are at reading energy. You know, it's like oftentimes you are aware of secrets. You can pick up when somebody's lying to you, things like that. You know, you may have scared somebody. This has happened to me before too, where it's like somebody was actively lying to me for months on end. And like literally the week before I entered into a very important relationship with this person, I had a dream that they were lying to me, and I told them about the dream. I'm like, hey, I had a dream that you were lying to me. Is there anything you want to tell me? And they were like panicked, and they like ratted themselves out on everything. Not everything, on like half of the things. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes you just be saying things that make people really question how much you know, even if you don't know what the heck's going on. Like, if I'll give you another example. Let's just say you work with a bunch of people who speak a different language than you. You don't understand them. But sometimes when they're talking in their language, you may like laugh at certain points or react at certain points because you are fluent in the language of energy. And it's like you might not know what they're saying verbally, but you're almost like telepathic in a sense. It's like your energy shifts and changes when it should. And it makes those people uncomfortable because they're like, oh my God, do they secretly know this language and they're not telling us? And it's like we're sitting here talking crap behind their back, and it's like they don't even know, but they're starting to treat us real different. You know what I mean? It's something like that. It's like you read energy and you respond to that energy even if you don't understand it in a logical way. So I am seeing something like that, Cancer, where it's like you're blissfully unaware of some negative intentions. And guys, I'm gonna if you're a Cancer, if you did not watch the reading for, when was it? I think it was September 1st through this. No, it wasn't that. It was August 25th through the 31st, my weekly reading for Cancer. Watch that video. Cancer, recently in your collective readings, there's like somebody in your energy, even if you're not in contact with them, who is just sending you really negative energy. And you're, again, this message keeps coming up about you being so fiercely protected by spirit that you don't even have to worry about it because it's not touching you at all, that negative energy. But also there's again things here where it's like you're so blissfully unaware of how negatively people are being towards you, and it's kind of, spirit is keeping you in the dark about it because it's funny. It is funny because it's like they're trying to hate on you and hate on your name and perhaps even like accuse you of being this awful person, manipulative, liar, cheater, stealer. And then you're just sitting there. It's like, let's just say this is a coworker or something. Like they're trying to tell everyone about this. You're blissfully unaware it's happening. It's like they're in the middle of trying to say this, oh, they're the worst person ever, they're evil. And then it's like at that second you show up to the office and you're like, look, I baked everyone cookies. Come join. You know what I mean? Like that's what makes it so funny that you don't know. Like like it's actually hilarious. And like your spirit guides want to say like you are fiercely protected, but it's so funny that like okay, let's keep pulling. We have the King of Pentacles upright. Yeah, it's so funny because it's like, I think in September, what's going to happen here is that you're going to be manifesting big time, you know, you're going to be succeeding. Like we already saw travel. We already saw you are creatively on fire. King of Pentacles suggests that there's somebody, connected to you who's wealthy and really supporting you, you know. I don't know why I'm seeing wealth actually really strongly. Like, oh, this could be a wealthy man or somebody who's like, or this could be like a father figure, somebody like that. It feels like somebody older than you, a mentor or something, fiercely protective of you. This is somebody who has more resources because they've been alive longer, you know. I am actually quite strongly picking up on an older masculine energy, okay? Somebody really good. This could be an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They don't have to be though. This does not feel like somebody you're romantically involved with. This feels like somebody more like a fatherly energy. I don't know who it is to you, but there's something here about like they are also protecting you deeply. You know, if you're getting into any legal trouble, like this is somebody who, for example, is going to hire you the best lawyer on the planet, and you're going to make such an embarrassment out of whoever it is that's like trying to do something there. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but it's like that's an example of the energy. Or it's like, you know, whoever's hating on your name and you're like not even knowing that it's happening, there is somebody here, again, somebody who really loves you. I'll give you, okay, let's just keep going with the example of it's a coworker who's mad about you, talking crap on you, whatever. Like, you don't even have to worry about that because it's like, you know, the funny thing is you're unaware of it. And this King of Pentacles could be like your boss, your shared boss, and your shared boss loves you, okay? And it's like they're the star in their eyes. Like you're the golden child. You know what I mean? It's like the funniest thing is not only how blissfully unaware you are that you're being hated and how nice you are, like you're like without even knowing it, killing someone with kindness and making them look even like worse. You're making somebody look really bad for how obsessively like hateful they are towards you because you're showing up in the world in a very loving way. You're Cancer. You're just showing up as yourself. You know, an adorable little Cancer. And it's actually making the person hating look a lot worse. Does that make sense? And also, I don't really feel like people are believing what they're saying anyways. And not only that, but there could be somebody who you are both tied to somehow. And they're like in a position of power and strength over you both, if that makes sense. This could be an older person, like I said, your boss. This could be like a landlord. This could be a parent if like you're dealing with sibling drama or something like that. And it's like the person who is like a step above y'all loves you, Cancer, and they see what's happening very clearly, okay? And they're going to protect you, fiercely protect you, like go above and beyond, protect you, spoil you almost. It feels almost like you're being spoiled. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Yeah. See here, it's like somebody is coming to cut you out of this trap that you are in, this mental trap that you're in. It's in reverse here. You have a lot of people who are very protective over your energy. We have the 2 of Swords in reverse underneath that High Priestess in reverse. Okay, this can show like not making a decision. And we saw that with the Adjacent Possibilities card. Okay, this is starting to make more sense here. There's a lot of different doors you can open, a lot of different paths you can go down. Which one do I go down is the question. We have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. This is that jealous energy. around you. They don't have to be a woman with, this being a queen. It could be any gender, or any sign. Normally this would represent like a feminine fire sign. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius does not have to be, okay? There's too many people watching to go strictly by that. But Queen of Wands in reverse is definitely somebody who is jealous that they could not manipulate or control the narrative about you. This is somebody extraordinarily insecure, very jealous that you are appearing to be very successful and very beloved by many people. Four of Wands, speaking of, there you are being beloved by many people. There are big wins happening for you this month. You know what? I really do feel like there are so many people and so many spirits around you, Cancer, who are just, like I said, you are adorable in their eyes. They want to protect you at all costs, literally. And it's like, you're going to be so in awe of the people who show up and just randomly want to spoil you. You're like, why am I so lucky right now? Like, there's something, it almost feels weird. You're almost like, universe, what the heck's going on? Why is everyone being so nice to me all of a sudden? Where are all these crazy, amazing opportunities coming from? And I am seeing that, like a crazy, amazing opportunity. There could be somebody here wanting to put you into a better position in terms of like your living situation or the car that you drive or something big like that. Like crazy generous. Just because they believe in you and like you always acted in integrity and you've gone through struggles and you never asked anything of anyone. You never put your burdens onto other people, right? There's multiple people wanting to come support you. You're like, what's going on? Like people just being like, oh, let me cook for you. Let me do this for you. Like, what's going on? Why am I suddenly being treated like royalty? Cancer, it's because you've been standing up for yourself. You've been like, it's funny because you're so in your own zone, in your own lane in September. Like you really are just like focusing on your creativity, focusing on your own goals, focusing on building that wealth. Wealth acquisition may be a big part of September as well. Some of you guys may be making more money, which can explain why you're booking these trips and things like that. But yeah, Four of Wands, there's some sort of big win here. You may be reaching some sort of big milestone. There could also be parties, get-togethers, family events, things like that, weddings that you are celebrating. And it's like, you're glowing, you're thriving, and it's just funny. I think you are, again, blissfully unaware of some tensions, some disputes, some back and forths, and even some like legal problems going on. Nobody's informing you of this. It doesn't really involve you directly, but it's like, I don't know. It's just, that's how protected you are. How do I put it? It's like, let me give a really dramatic example of this, and I'm not trying to scare you. It's like, let's just say that, this is a really dramatic example. This is not going to apply to anyone. I'm just saying that right now. But it's like, let's just say that the police, there's some detectives, and they discover somebody who is like a serial killer, right? And it's like, they discover in this person's apartment or house, like all these pictures of you, like you were their next victim. And it's like, you're just like, living your life, blissfully unaware of anything going on, not a whiff of danger around you. Like, you're just like, really in your zone, focusing on your light, and it's like there are people protecting you actively and you're just unaware of it. Like there's this whole fight, this whole battle going on regarding somebody's hatred towards you or jealousy towards you or need to control or manipulate you or manipulate somebody's obsessed with you. Okay, and again, I am not trying to make you scared, Cancer. Like similar to that week's reading that I told you to watch, there is a message here from your guides, like, do not be afraid of these messages. I'm letting you know this because it's just energetically strong around you, and that's why it's coming through in your reading. Month of September, though, you're getting your bag. You're getting your money. You're, like, creatively expressing yourself. Some of y'all may be, getting your dick wet or whatever. We saw that sexual message here. And I hate that phrase. And like you're celebrating life with the people you love, and there could be actual big goals that you're reaching. So it's like really funny, and there's a lot of generosity around you as well. So trip planning, things like that. Wow. Now, remember, this is all paired with Othala, so you're also having to be an adult and, you know, put on your adult pants and deal with things as well. But, yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Comment down below what the heck's going on and where do you feel like this energy may be coming from? Let me know. It may not be where you think it's from. I do want to say that though, like it could be, but it might not be as well. Because like we picked up on, you're kind of unaware of everything that's going on. All right. I wonder if you're ever going to be shown this. Actually, you know what? While we're here, I'm just going to shuffle up the tarot again. I want to ask Spirit, like, would it be in your best interest, just out of burning curiosity, to know where this energy is coming from and what's going on? Can you show Cancer? If it won't affect the highest outcome, can you show Cancer? If not in this reading, like in the near future for them, just to satiate their curiosity. Two of Cups. Judgment in reverse. This is an ex, most likely, for a lot of you guys. Or an old friend. Somebody who you still has strong feelings for you. They want to be with you right now. Like today. They want to be with you. Judgment in reverse. You may have kicked them to the curb due to toxicity. Do whatever your reason is. This is somebody who is hurt. That because they still love you. But you know what? You don't just tolerate any old behavior here, okay? So strong possibility. This was somebody who was very close to you at one point in time. Friend, family member, romantic relationship for a lot of you guys. And you made the decision to stand up for yourself, walk away, or even just like take time to do your own thing, focus on your own thing, even if it wasn't overtly like, oh, I'm not talking to you anymore. Weird. Somebody has to be very insecure to be mad at you just sticking up for your own free time, you know? So yeah, 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay. Thank you guys for joining me. Definitely watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs to get the fullest overview of this week ahead or this month ahead. Like this video, comment how it resonated down below, subscribe if you have not already. If you have not downloaded my free tarot guide ebook, go download that now. It's a free guide to all of the tarot cards, upright, in reverse, and in different types of readings, okay? Go check it out. Bye-bye.